I'm going to turn it over to our first speaker, who I've known for a long time, and who is an amazing leader and just done so many exemplary things in our field, Gavin Lew. Gavin, please come to the stage.
So what I'm going to do today is talk and open this event on design and innovation, talking a little bit about AI from my perspective. We're going to take a little personal journey with you, everyone, if you don't mind and indulge me, and we'll see how this goes. I'm really looking forward to talking to everyone during this. So as we go through this journey, when you think about AI, how many people here have used it? Raise a hand. How many people have used ChatGPT and tried it? Okay, how many people still use ChatGPT every day? A little less, a little less. How many people look at AI and go, you know what, it's coming. I'm still waiting, and I want to see how this is going to work. Okay, we'll see how this goes. Because AI is here, but what I want everyone to think about as we go through this journey is really, how do I make AI more approachable? How do we make doing what we do best something that allows us to be our best and to not have this apprehension so that we can really design and innovate? Because AI is very hot, and it's only getting hotter in the last year. It's so hot, though, that I want to give us a perspective of how hot this really is.
Yves Saint Laurent presents Why it makes everything possible.
Python code.
Why can break down walls. Why can build new worlds. And the more I ask why, the more I dare to become. Everything starts with a why. Why? The new fragrance, Yves Saint Laurent.
So, think about that. An AI researcher is modeling for Yves Saint Laurent. Okay? There's Python code, AI research, celebrity status. Welcome to where AI meets UX. And just last week, Sundar said, AI may end up being bigger than the internet itself. But what does that mean for us? For us, what I want to know is, and what we all know, is that AI-enabled products and services are coming. They're here, and you will have a chance to design and innovate around it. You know, honestly, what does all that mean? I mean, what are we going to do with that? When we think about design, innovation, and we all want to be successful, we need to really not fall in love with the technology. It's just technology. It's how it applies to artificial intelligence. So this is my little graph of intellectual power and progress, okay? So here's where we are today. Here's a timer, just putting a timestamp on. This is human progress, but this is machine progress. That is where we're headed. And if you think about that little inflection point, that's the singularity. Okay, now what does that mean? So Kurzweil actually defined it, and he said singularity is a time when computers are smarter than humans, and it's going to shape the world and make it unrecognizable. But what do those people who are investing heavily into AI think? Here's a quote from Zuckerberg. People who drum up doomsday scenarios, I actually think it's pretty irresponsible. And here's what Musk says. I've talked to Mark about this. His understanding of the subject is limited. Right? But these are people that are heavily investing. Look at how far apart it can be. And obviously, Elon's kind of farther now. But you know, think about how far apart they are, and they're investing billions in it. But what kind of world do I want? What do I want AI to be for me personally? It's this world. It's BB-8. It's a world where machines are good, they're helpful. We interact with them, and we see the value. And we smile, and we have joy. That's the world I want to have. So let's continue this journey. The concept here of AI is you take data, it goes into AI, and something gets spit out. It is a black box. So data sometimes isn't all of the solution. And this is why AI needs UX. It needs us in this room. Is this a chihuahua or a blueberry muffin? Okay? It's pretty cool that AI can help figure this out, okay? To a high degree of correlation, to a numeric number, okay? That's what AI does, and it's really good at it, and it can find things, okay? So, but here's a problem. Does it understand more than the data? This is kind of an interesting thing. AI output is just statistical observations. It's pattern recognition. It looks for pattern, it consumes content, but reasoning and understanding are not part of its output. It's just a number. So let's talk about how AI actually learns, okay? It's data in and something comes out. But isn't the data from the past? AI will learn gender class bias such that it's going to bake the stratifications in to be less apparent and even less easy for us to recognize. Think about us in product. If we have a data set that learns, are we going to go back and retrain it? These are the risks that we have right now. It's our time to think about the data that we're using. And the first way we need to think about it is with context. There are some theories that say that bots, those that put data into human surveys, so human data, 25% of those data are filled by bots. So let's ask the real question. If AI is a pattern recognition engine looking for patterns in this data set of human data from people in the 50s all the way to today and looking at data, but it's got imputed data through algorithms, it's got bots for money filling in data and collecting money, what's the pattern recognition engine going to pick up? The algorithm or human data? What's more correlated than an algorithm? The next thing besides context, if we get the data set right, it's the interaction, okay? So we talk about the data, goes into the black box, what happens, and the output is, do users know what to do with it? This is where UX comes in. It is the experience that we get from AI. That's everything. But do we understand that it deals with, does it make sense? Is it usable? Am I going to know what to do with the information? I'm going to have an emotional response if it's a good one. So when we think of what AI gives, what do we as humans do with it? And that's what I mean about humanization. It's not about making AI feel and look human. It's about its outputs being something a human can do and use. It's the same coefficient that was to me in 1992, today in 2023. But the interaction is different. And that's us in this room. So when I talk about designing and innovating AI-enabled products, it's about that experience. How do we design that now? Let's not wait for AI to tell us what to do or what the options are. We can anticipate them and design around it and design the experiences now. I'm looking for things that I would call UX adjectives and adverbs because we want our experiences to be successful, to be differentiated, to be brilliant, to be amazing, to be wicked. How do we get those types of emotions out of our customers, our clients, those who use our products and services that now have AI enabled inside? Let's stick to these adjectives and adverbs. That's what we can design. Because at the end of the day, AI is just giving us an output. It's what people do with it that will make a product successful. We have to design and innovate with trust in mind. And that's why trust is so important. When a recommendation is made, the right one has to be given. When a question's asked, the answer needed to help. When a task is given, it has to be successfully performed. And when your personal information is used, it needs to be kept safe. And we also have to worry about safety, physical, but also mental, that what AI can do for outputs. And it's not AI. It's us designing and innovating AI-enabled products with this in mind. That's how we build a really successful product. What I'm going to tell you here is the AI, it's a number. What happens with the output depends on what we design. I hope that we can treat AI just like any other technology, and the call to action here is to do what we do best, and that is innovate and design. Think about what we can do. If we can do anything about it, the first three foundations would be worry about the context in the data set where it learns, build an interaction, and make that trust.